Hi, I'm Kira. Welcome to Yoga for Better Sleep. In this class, we'll help you kind of work any kinks out of the body that you've accumulated over the course of your day so that you can wind down for a good night's rest. So this is a mat class, but if it's not comfortable for you to easily get up and down off of your mat, you can actually do this entire sequence lying in your bed. How great is that? So if you are going to be on the ground, I'm going to suggest that you have a yoga mat and then a chair and also a yoga strap. A scarf or a belt works too if you don't have that, and even if you're doing the practice on the bed, you will need that. So go ahead and make your way onto your back to start. You'll bend your knees, let your feet rest on the floor, and you can let the knees knock in together. This is called still lake pose. Placing the hands on the belly, we'll start with a down-regulating breath. So take a deep breath in, filling up your belly into your hands. And you'll exhale out on a whoosh. Exhaling all the air out of your lungs. Again, inhale, feel the belly rise into the hands. And exhale, let it go. Twice more, breath comes in. Exhale, whoosh. Last time, deep breath, deepest breath you've taken all day long. And exhale, let it go. Whoosh. Allow your next breath to just drop in naturally. Resting your focus on that simple rising and falling of the breath at the navel center. And if the eyes are closed, you'll flutter them open, draw the knees into the chest for happy baby pose, grabbing onto the outer edges of your shins or your feet, anywhere where you can keep your head and your neck relaxed, and then just start to take a gentle rock side to side, massaging your low back. And coming back to the center line for Supta Padangusthasana, extended hand to toe pose. This is where you're going to need your strap. This is a hamstring stretch, also really great for insomnia. It's just a very mindful practice and helps relieve tension in your legs. So your left knee will be bent. You'll take that strap and place it over the ball of your right foot, extending the right leg up to the sky. Just start with a gentle bending and straightening of the leg, lubricating the knee joint, and then extend the leg as straight as it wants to go and start to draw the leg towards your chest. Not straining, just gently pulling on the strap to increase the stretch. If you want to make this a bit more challenging, you could extend that left leg long for a deeper stretch. And then we'll take the leg out to the side. So letting that right leg open, perfectly okay if the knee is bent. And just deepening the breath, finding some opening in your hips. And then bringing the leg back up towards the sky. Taking the strap in your left hand now and taking the leg across your body for an IT band stretch. That big tendon along the outside of your leg that gets super tight. And then bring the leg back to center. You'll take the strap in both hands and just bring your left leg up into the strap. Free the right leg, and now we're on the other side. So just starting with that bending and straightening. This is like coconut oil for your joints. And then bringing the leg to straight, gently tugging on that strap. Remember, this is yoga for better sleep. It's relaxing. We're not trying to pull the leg to the extreme end of our range of motion. And then bringing the leg out to the side, opening the hip. Maybe you'd like to extend the leg on this side, maybe not. And this is a pose that if you woke up in the middle of the night with a racing mind and you can't sleep, you could even do this in your bed as a way to just kind of relax your mind, relax your body. Bring the leg back up straight and take it across your body, IT band stretch. And then bring the leg back up, bend your knee, free your foot, roll onto your side, and make your way up to seated. So from here, we'll come to child's pose. And you might want to grab a block or a pillow to place underneath your forehead, a little more restful variation. So the knees come nice and wide, big toes together. We send the hips back to the heels. And then bring your forehead down to that block or pillow. Your fingers reach forward, bum reaches to the back of the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gently rock your forehead side to side, massaging that space between the eyebrows. And then press yourself up to tabletop position, all fours. Cat-cow. Lining up our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our knees. On an inhale, the belly sinks down, gaze forward or up. Exhale, press the ground away, arch the upper back like an angry cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Keeping this going, using the breath to carry you from pose to pose. Find a neutral spine, and then just start to send your hips in circles around and back. Doesn't matter which direction you start in. And close your eyes here and just start to move intuitively. Maybe the head and the neck want to get involved. Come back to the center, send your circles in the other direction. Massaging any tight spots out of your hips, out of your neck. And then we'll come back to that neutral spine, tabletop for thread the needle. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, thread the left hand behind the right. And maybe the left cheek comes down to the mat or to a pillow. So we're using our body weight against that left shoulder to open it. And you can stay here. Maybe that right arm wants to reach up to the sky, maybe overhead. Just exploring what would feel good, help you get a deeper stretch in that shoulder. And then transitioning back to tabletop, nice and slow. Reaching the right arm up now, inhale. Exhale, tuck, right hand behind left, lower your cheek to the mat. And then moving to any variation you want on this side. Deepening the breath, even though you're in a twist. And then slowly coming out. Making your way to a comfortable seat. So if you're on the mat, maybe sitting cross-legged. And if sitting cross-legged isn't comfortable for you, you could sit in a chair, you could sit on the edge of your bed if you're practicing this in bed. Coming into some lateral bends, side bends. So we'll just slide the right fingertips out to the right, inhale the left arm up, and exhale into your side bend. Let your seat be heavy, like it's glued to the earth as we stretch up and out from the waist. Inhale up through center and switch sides. Heavy seat, stretching the ribs, releasing the head and the neck. Inhale up through center. Exhale, switch. Inhale through center. Exhale, switch. And as we repeat this, notice if you're able to access a bit of a deeper stretch. Inhale through center, exhale, switch. And then you'll bring your top hand down to that knee in front of you. Thread the opposite hand underneath for crisscross arms. Drop your chin to your chest, breathe in. Breathe out. Release the arms. Left fingers out to the side, come into that lateral bend. Breathe in. Breathe out. Top hand finds the knee. Thread the opposite arm under. Crisscross arms, chin to chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then come to sit up tall. Badakhanasana, cobbler's pose. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, knees are open in a diamond shape. Pull the flesh away from the sits bones. Reach your chest forward, breathe in. And then exhale, melt the chest towards the feet. And you could come down as far as you wanted in this pose. So if you're up here, slightly leaning forward, that's great. Relaxing your chin to your chest. Gently stretching your low back, your outer hips, and your groin. So this class has a lot of forward folds, which are very down-regulating to our nervous system. They help us draw our focus inward, wind down from that external focus that we have in our day-to-day lives and prepare the body for sleep. A few more breaths here. And then rising back up. Come back to a cross-legged seat in Sukhasana, easy pose. And we'll come into a neck stretch, so dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Option to make this a bit more intense by reaching the left hand out to the side, maybe wiggling the fingers a little bit. And if you wanted to take this one step deeper, you'd reach your free hand over your ear, just gently applying some pressure. Drop your chin to your chest so you feel that stretch move towards the back of your neck. Inhale. Exhale. Set the head back on top of the spine and we'll switch. Dropping left ear to left shoulder. Maybe the right fingertips come out to the side and wiggle a little bit. Sending deep breaths into the side of the neck. Perhaps the free hand comes over the ear. Really important here not to tug or force at all, just gently encouraging the ear to drop closer to the shoulder. And then dropping chin to chest, feeling the stretch move to the back of the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up. From here, Upavishtakonasana, wide-legged straddle. You might want to grab your blocks if you have blocks. And we're going to bring the feet nice and wide. Again, taking an easy approach here. We're going to tent the fingertips behind the hips and just kind of scoot the pelvis forward. So we find a little more opening in the inner thighs, stopping wherever feels appropriate. And then bringing the forearms onto blocks. And again, maybe you don't come down very far at all. Just slowly allowing gravity, the shape, and time to do the work. Letting the feet relax. Inner thighs spinning upwards. Chest melting down towards the earth. Again, drawing your attention to that expansion of the breath of the belly. Feeling the navel move down as you breathe in. And then navel move in as you breathe out. And then start to slowly make your way back up to seated. We'll walk the legs together. And then make fists with your hands. Just gently tap out your outer hips, bringing circulation back into the legs. Janu Shirsasana. You'll take your strap. And we'll bend the left knee, bring the sole of the foot against the thigh. Take that strap over the ball of the foot. And then gently pull on the strap as we bring the chest towards the leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping the spine long, chest reaching for that foot. Breathing into that left flank area of the body, stretching our low back. Inhale. Exhale. And then we'll switch sides. Left leg extends, right knee bends. We set up for our second side. Reaching the chest forward. Using the breath to rinse out tension in the back of the legs. Just a few more breaths. So part of why these poses help prepare the body for sleep is often what prevents us from relaxing can be pain or discomfort in the body, tightness. So if we can work some of that out before we lay down to sleep, we'll have a much better chance of drifting off. So we'll close today with a pose called Legs Up the Wall, Viparita Karani, but I'll show you a modified version of this using a chair. And if you're in bed and you have a headboard, you could even elevate your feet on the headboard, or if your bed is next to a wall, on the wall. So what I'm going to do is come to lay next to this chair, and I'm going to come down onto my side. From here, I'm going to swing my legs up so that they rest on the chair. Now, full expression of this pose are legs straight resting against a wall. But we're going to do the modified version today, just a little easier as we begin this practice. And your hands can be resting on your belly if that helps you to feel the breath, or just palms open by your sides. Anything that feels comfortable for you. So this is an inversion. Really helps to downregulate our nervous system by refreshing tired legs, improving our circulation as the blood drains from the feet. Can help with swollen feet, ankle pain, whole host of benefits. And if your legs are straight up the wall and you start to feel a slight tingling sensation, just know that that's normal. But if it becomes uncomfortable, you can gently bend your knees and slide them down the wall to more of this type of shape I'm in right now, with feet on the wall. And you can stay in this pose for as long as you like. Usually about 2 to 3 minutes is a good place to start. As we rest for a few more moments in this pose, just bring your attention to the muscles of your face. Just scanning the face for anywhere you're holding on to tension. Relaxing the space between the eyebrows, the muscles around the eyes, and relaxing your jaw and your tongue in your mouth. Allowing that relaxation to move across your chest and hips. Let your body just release completely into any of the surfaces you're leaning against or lying on. And then to come out of this, we'll wiggle the fingers and the toes. Draw the knees into the chest, and we'll end with a twist today. So reaching your arms wide in a T, just let your knees drop off towards the right. Deep breaths. Rolling through center, taking your twist to the other side. Coming onto the back, hugging knees into the chest, giving yourself a little hug. And then rolling over onto your right side, letting yourself rest there in a fetal position for a moment. And then slowly making your way back up to sit. I hope you enjoyed this practice and that it supports you in getting a good night's rest. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.